Can I be like?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sean's Horror Corner. You know, I think I even started on time. It's hard because I get Robbie backstage and he just keeps talking to me, and I'm like, dude, I got to press a button. But we made it. So thank you, everybody, for watching.
Trying to be a good guest here, man. I'm just trying to conversate with the host.
No, you're doing good.
The hostess with the mostest. You know, holding it down on Horror 365 last night. That was pretty cool.
It was a lot of fun. I really appreciate those guys having me on. That was a blast last night. But yeah, tonight the four of us are going to talk Candyman. So let me welcome Brendan from Our Life in Horror, Robbie and Kaylee from That Horror Couple. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it.
Yo, thanks for having us. And you guys did the whole series by yourselves, and now I'm just jumping in. You know, guys, I'm like the guy who's like last in line for the orgy or something.
Oh man.
You know,
there's like you never want to be that guy.
Yeah, there's like fluid and crap everywhere, and I'm just ringing the doorbell now, coming in like, hey.
Yeah, there's a reason that it's that way, Robbie. Rob's already giving me shit because I started like 30 seconds late. I need Rob to calm down.
He's a busy guy. He's got stuff to do.
He don't have nothing to do. He don't. I know this guy.
Yo, but I actually watched the remake or the requel this morning, and I forgot how goddamn good it is. So I was like, damn. I thought I saw it once and I was like, I remember it being pretty good, but I was like, wow, it's better than I thought. It's better than we'll get into it.
Yeah, we will. Thanks Swift for being here. Ryan, of course, doing the mod for me. So thank you so much, Ryan. Mr. Humphrey is here. Sam is here. So thank you all. I appreciate it. Before we get started talking Candyman and stuff, though, let me give everybody a chance to do their thing. So Brendan, I'll start with you. Tell everybody about Our Life in Horror that doesn't already know, and talk about anything you might have coming up.
Hey, what's going on? I am Brendan from Our Life in Horror, and let's see, what do I got? We do movie reviews. We do a lot of physical media stuff. I got a live on The Ice Cream Man from 1995 on Friday. Sean is going to be on next week. Right? Monday, and then Kaylee and Robert are going to be on Tuesday. I sewered myself. I booked back-to-back nights. Now I got a full weekend of watching movies. And then, of course, I'll probably have a live on physical media closer to the end of the month as well. And we have a channel membership where I just did my first watch-along party with Benny Loves You, which was a lot of fun. Actually had some people show up, even though I know it was incredibly last minute. That was a lot of fun. And I know we don't do drink roll call on this show or anything like that, but cheers to Rob Humphrey. But I decided to make Sean's famous cola and pickle juice drink just to try it out. I haven't had a sip of it yet, so
taste test.
This is Coca-Cola and a shot of pickle juice.
Fantastic.
Try it out.
Bread and butter, dill. What did you do?
This is the most exciting thing that's going to happen tonight, right here. Just to let you know.
Dill was the only thing I could think of, but I'm going to give it. I do have a glass of water just in case I don't like it.
Do it like a movie review. Like, I didn't like the second half of the taste. Like the third act didn't really do it.
You could definitely probably use half a shot.
Oh, is it like sour?
It is. It's weird because I was trying to think about it like before I drank it. And I was like, okay, it kind of makes sense because like cola is so sweet and pickle juice is so salty. So like you're having your sweet and salty mix in a drink. So I'm like, it kind of makes sense. But then I was reading somebody else drinks it and they only use a tablespoon. I put a shot in, way too much. Go with like a tablespoon or something like that.
I always do like a shot, man. I like it. I think it's fantastic.
A shot?
Sure. Yeah.
Did you give him levels of how much to use in the recipe, Sean?
I didn't. I didn't know he was going to do this, but
he didn't know this.
To try. Yeah, I'm glad he's giving it a shot. And the bad thing is I planned on it as well. Like I'm telling you, I get stoked for this. And I came home and I'm like, I'm out of pickle juice and I don't have time to go get any more. So I'm just drinking iced coffee tonight. I feel bad now.
I actually went to the grocery store like 8 different times. It's a different story for another time of why I went to the grocery store so many times. But you always said Pepsi to mix it with, and I was like,
"Yeah, that's just what I drink."
I'm gonna remember a Pepsi. I got to remember a Pepsi. All I had, and then of course that's the one thing I forgot was the Pepsi. So I'm drinking it with my precious Coca-Cola, but it's really pickly.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you're just getting started. Maybe that was too much. And Rob, don't say that was disgusting. You're disgusting. How about that? Shit. Rob knows I like him. Rob's good. Sam said you forgot the mayo. Oh, you're in trouble,
dude. I know. I had to run back out to get the. So, all right. I guess I'll explain real quick.
No, mayo is important for any kind of sandwich.
Exactly, and that's what we had tonight was sandwiches. We had chicken burgers. So I had to run out and grab all the stuff for chicken burgers. The one grocery store didn't have coleslaw, so I had to run to another grocery store to get coleslaw and fuzzy peaches. I forgot fuzzy peaches the first time. Then I went home. Then Sam's like, "Oh no, there's no mayo," and I'm like, "Fuck!" So then I had to run out and grab it again. I still forgot the Pepsi.
Awesome. That's all good. Say hi to Cruel Z.
Did you have mustard for like a backup plan? I would have went mustard maybe for backup. I don't know.
Let me ask you this because I'm curious what it's like. So do you? Yeah, we're not even close to Candyman. Sorry, everybody. In Canada, is it like? Do you use like? Is it real mayo or do you use Miracle Whip? Like, what are you eating up there?
Oh, Sam's real mayo. Like, real mayo all the time. So, like, when we make chicken burgers, she does like this replica sauce of Popeye's chicken sandwich, like the spicy sauce. She makes it at home. So she needed like the real mayo. Usually we're like half fat mayo in this house, but we don't use Miracle Whip.
Okay. Fair enough. I was just curious what, because I hear weird things about Canadian food sometimes. So
is Canada that different? They're like our neighbors. They're right next to us. We're like the same.
Yeah, see, that's not. I'm way south, so no. I'm down here around cows and farmers and country shit. So yeah,
I didn't think the food would be much different though.
Dude, we're known for we're the town of cows for some reason. I don't know why, but there's cow statues all around where I live, which is weird.
Yeah, we don't.
Never seen one here.
We just got the real thing, so that's interesting. Okay, let's give that a couple of chance. Talk about your channel, anything you guys might have coming up.
Brendan's a good husband. I would have been like, bitch, you're eating that sandwich dry, bitch. I would have been like, too bad.
And then I'd be like, kicked out.
I would have been like, throw some mustard on that shit. That's what I would have said.
My lord.
You're a nice guy, Brendan. You're a nice guy.
I try my best.
Oh, what we're doing? Yeah.
Yes.
We are going to be doing Backrooms is coming out next week. I'm really excited about that. So we're definitely going to be reviewing that. We just dropped reviews for Obsession and Monkey's Magic Merry-Go-Round. So those are newer on our page right now.
Yeah, check them out. I thought they came out pretty cool. I was proud of those.
Yeah, but I'm really excited. I'm excited for Backrooms. It looks super creepy. So I'm excited to go check that out next week and do a review.
Yeah, and in other news, we have a membership if anyone's interested because I need money, and we'll put you on the shout out list. It'll be really cool. And I also have a back mole, but the dermatologist said it's all good, nothing to worry about. But I did share it to our group chat right before this, so full disclosure.
Yeah, I'm sure Brendan and Sam can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I sent it to them.
Did you mean to send this to Brendan and Sam too? And he's like, yeah.
I thought it would humor them. It looks weird, man.
Is that why we? Okay, I was wondering what the photo was. I haven't looked at it yet. But
it's my back. It's my back mole.
Yeah, sorry, I've seen this thing like 4 times now for some reason, so it's gonna be all right.
I'm just.
It's benign.
Yes, it looks weird though, right?
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna look at it now.
It's supposed to look great.
Yeah, I was like, Doc, what is this? And he said it's all good. Yeah. So I was like, okay, good. But I just thought it makes for good pictures to my friends. with no context. I just sent it.
Yeah, it's nice. But yes, definitely, if you don't already, go check out Our Life in Horror and That Horror Couple. I'm sure anybody familiar with my channel already knows both of you. But just in case they don't, they need to be checking you out, or this is their reminder to go subscribe. Go subscribe to both of their channels. They both got cool stores. I've gotten a coffee mug so far from Our Life in Horror, and I can't decide which shirt I want. I like that Slasher and Sleaze shirt, but I saw the new one that's got you and Sam's picture on it as well. So I'm trying to make up my mind which one I want. And I did I'm waiting. It's supposed to be here any day, a coffee mug and a shirt from That Horror Couple. So yeah, definitely go check out their stores.
Oh, thank you, John.
Send a picture of you wearing it. We'll post you. out because we do that to everybody that buys merch. We just say thank you when we post them, and I think you'll get laid much more wearing our stuff. I think the chicks will dig it.
I mean, that's why I ordered it. That's what I was hoping for.
Individual results may vary, but what I heard is, people get laid much more wearing our gear than not.
Interesting. So you don't want me to take a picture wearing the shirt. You don't want my back, like what you keep sending to everybody.
Hey, man, dealer's choice. Just send me a variety.
A couple of
we were just on that. We were just on that guy's show. Joel, how you doing, Joel?
Yes. Joel. Got the a couple of new people on here that I'm not used to seeing. So you guys are bringing me a new audience.
Yo, and mole pictures and shit.
Yeah, it's fantastic. What a day! I couldn't ask for anything more, right?
Yo, I just love seeing familiar faces. I like seeing new faces. I feel like the army is growing, dude. The army's growing.
It is. It's very cool. Or 365 Alive is here, so thank you. Yeah. All right. So let's start to talk a little bit about Candyman. But before we start ranking the movies, before I mention a couple of things that I want to mention, both of you just spoiler freaks. I don't want you to go into any detail about any of the movies, but Candyman as a franchise, how big a fan are you? We'll start with you, Brendan, since you're up top.
I was thinking about this because I figured this was a question you're going to ask.
Yes.
And I feel this franchise as a whole is pretty lukewarm in my opinion. Like, it starts strong and it ends strong. The middle is just a disaster. So, I mean, like, if I had to rank the entire franchise as a whole, I'd probably only give it like maybe a 6.5 or something like that out of 10, because like the third movie is just a dread to get through in general. Like, it's nice that it's nice to see Tony Todd like continues throughout each installment, but even he can't save a couple of the movies in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I get that. Robbie, Kaylee, what about y'all?
Ladies first.
I completely agree.
I'm a gentleman with the ladies first. Yeah. I ain't going to eat grocery stores for your ass. No. It's just, that's just too nice, Brendan. I ain't that nice. All right.
Well,
the franchise.
Yeah, I agree. I think that there's two of them I think that are super amazing, and two of them I think not so much. So I'm kind of on the same page with what Brendan said. I agree. I think the first one is like a masterpiece, and I really love the requel that they did. But 2 and 3 kind of are not. I watched them I've watched the second one like twice, and I just watched the third one for the first time, and I don't really want to revisit either of those again. So yeah, I'd just give it like a 6 out of 10, like as a whole, like for the franchise.
I'm sort of agreeing. I feel like the first one and the requel are like the best made, and the sequels 2 and 3, they're entertaining, but they're not on the same level. But I can watch them though; they're not terrible. Like I do appreciate how they stuck true to the story. Like he went like down his family tree almost, and they kept the name of like the ancestor in 3, the same ancestor that was in 2. So they were true to the story. So I appreciate that part of it. And there's something about part 3 that just fascinates me.
Yeah, I'm sure I know what it is.
I don't know what. I think
it's 2 things.
It's very watchable. I'm just gonna say it's very watchable, and I would rewatch.
I'm sure that you would.
Well, you're on your own.
Yes, it's just it's a good watch.
I think I agree with the overall thoughts. I
say 7. Probably a 7. I'm sorry, I didn't say my rank. Probably 7 overall. You said 6. I'll say 7.
Okay.
7 and a half.
I really like the first one and the direct sequel there from 2021. They're in the middle. I feel the same way. Not that great. And this franchise reminds me. It's disappointing to me when I think of something like that, because I agree. Overall, I would probably be right around a 6 as well for the whole franchise, and that's disappointing to me because I love the first one so much. But it's similar to this franchise is similar to like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's very hit and miss. There's some outstanding movies in the franchise, and then there's some that are really not that good as well. So kind of brings the overall franchise down. But there's some classic stuff in here that I think is a lot of fun, and I have a feeling our ratings are going to be very similar when we start ranking these. But another question I have real quick, and Rob, this doesn't apply to you because we already know you don't read. I don't know if Brendan reads or not.
What the fuck?
We talked about this recently.
Yeah, I read the articles, man.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. The Candyman story originates from Clive Barker's Books of Blood collection and the short story The Forbidden. Kelly, have you read that by any chance?
No, I haven't. Yeah,
Okay.
I would be down though. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet either, and I would really like to. Brendan, you said you don't read either, so that's going to be a no for you as well.
Yes, I also do not read.
Yeah, we got the miracle of television. Why are we reading books? It makes no sense.
Exactly.
All right, that's fair. Rob says 4 movies and 3 of them are great. I don't know what that third one that Rob thinks is great is. I'm a little confused by that.
Dude, that chick is hot in 3. What are you talking about?
It doesn't mean the movie's any good though.
I like how Sean's so like, he's playing like coy about it. He's like, she's all right. I love that, Sean. You're like, yes, she's okay.
I feel like you and I have this conversation every time you're on my channel. You try to pick some blonde, and I've made it very clear I'm more partial to brunettes. This chick is not a good actress. The character is not great. She has 2 assets. That is not enough to make her that impressive to me.
Well, this is also a guy that drinks pickle juice and shit. So
All right, that's a fair point. I really can't argue that. So, as a franchise, this series has grossed over $130 million worldwide. However,
I liked her acting. I don't know what you're talking about. I was really into it.
I'm sure you were. Of that 130 million, the 2021 film got over 77 million. So most of the box office comes from that 2021 requel. A couple other things I want to mention real quick before we start ranking the movies. And I know Brendan and I have already talked about one of these, so I'll start with that to get y'all's opinion. So there was almost a Freddy versus Jason type film with Candyman.
Michael Myers.
It was going to be Candyman versus the Leprechaun.
Oh,
This was being talked about, and they didn't do it because Tony Todd refused. He was almost insulted that they considered doing something like this. Remember when Brendan and I talked about it, both of us were not interested. Like, we did not care to see Candyman versus the Leprechaun. What about you?
No, because those are 2 different types of movies. Candyman is like serious material, and Leprechaun is more like me gold. It's like he's supposed to be like, it's more silly,
No, yeah, like, Candyman touches on serious themes, and
Leprechaun should go against Chucky, not
I agree.
Not
me gold.
Yeah, me. You know what I mean?
No,
it was a great impression.
Yeah.
No, I got some special features on one of my DVDs from back in the day, and they were interviewing Clive Barker, and what they said was the idea was Michael Myers versus. Oh no, that was Pinhead. I'm sorry.
That
Okay,
was the other one I was going to mention.
Yeah.
I hadn't mentioned that there was a Candyman versus Hellraiser. In thoughts, and it ended up not getting done because Clive Barker, who is responsible for both of those characters, was against the idea. I would have liked to have seen that personally. Brendan, what about you?
Michael Myers versus Pinhead?
No, Candyman.
I don't know.
No, it wouldn't have worked. I would have watched it, but
I'm in the same boat. I don't think it would have worked. Like, it's just because they're both like Clive Barker characters, right? That people are like, oh yeah, let's jam them together, it'll work. That's kind of not how that works in reality. You know what I mean? It's again like throwing Candyman versus the Leprechaun up in the air. It just doesn't work the same way.
Yeah,
I agree that they're like tonally the same kind of characters in the sense of like some of their powers and aspects and like how they hold themselves to a screen presence, but to have them duke it out just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I would like to have known what the idea for the story was. I'm not completely against it. I think it's possible, but I really would like to have known what the idea. I wish I could have found more on it because I want to know exactly what they were thinking. Because I feel like it could have been really hit or miss. It might would have been really cool, or it might would have just been absolutely terrible. Kaylee, what are your thoughts?
I think it has the potential to be like cool. Like I could see it being cool, but if they made a couple of bad choices, it could be not cool. So I guess I'd have to. I'm interested to check it out if they were to decide to go that way. But yeah, I could go either way with that. I think.
Is the blonde chick involved in this, or is it just?
And I don't know if they could still ever, and it's probably never going to happen. To me, though, it would have been part of what could make it work. Is I would have loved to have seen Tony Todd and Doug Bradley work together. Obviously, that can't happen. So I don't know now to try to bring something like that back. I really don't know if it would work. But I don't know.
They
It's
ever
kind of
work
fun to
together? They never work together in general.
Not in anything that I can remember. Now, maybe. I just don't recall ever seeing them in the same thing, but it's possible.
Well, they were in that candy corn movie together, weren't they?
Did you say a candy corn movie?
Yeah, there was some Halloween movie we watched a few years ago. I think they were both in that. Maybe I'm wrong. Doug Bradley was in it. I don't remember if I think Tony Todd might have been.
I think you might be right.
Candy corn or corn?
I think it was called candy corn.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I watched it once, so yeah. But I don't know. With Freddy vs. Jason, they kind of said like, okay, Jason fought Freddy Fire, Jason Water, and they made a story based on that. And so there has to be some kind of common ground. I don't see that with Leprechaun and Candyman, but hey, I'll watch it if it comes out. I'll watch it. So
Brendan's doing the research for us. I'm curious to see what he finds because I did not know about that candy corn movie you're talking about.
So it wasn't candy corn, but horror icons Doug Bradley and Tony Todd have shared the screen, most notably in the 2005 directed DVD supernatural film, The Prophecy Forsaken.
Okay. I did not know that. Interesting.
Yeah.
I might have to go back and check it out just because they're in it now. But I've never even heard of that movie, I don't think. So interesting.
I've heard of the franchise it is, but I've never seen them. I think the first three have like Christopher Walken in it.
Yeah, see, I think I've heard of one. I knew there was a movie called The Prophecy with Christopher Walken. I didn't know it was a whole franchise even. So interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's quite a few of them. I know when you look at like those DVD like collector sets, and they have like 3 different franchises on them. Like all the Children of the Corn, all the Hellraiser movies, and usually the Forsaken. They're all in like one DVD pack, and usually you can just take a guess that most of them are pretty rough.
I like how Rob hates it just on the sound of it.
I know. Yeah, the Prophecy Forsaken sounded terrible.
He's like, I'm not feeling that.
Yeah, there's Eli. Thank you for joining, Eli.
What up, Eli?
All right, one more question, and then we'll start trying to rank these movies a little bit. So we were talking earlier about what we thought about the franchise overall. But where would you, and you don't have to give me an exact ranking, but where would Candyman the character rank for you amongst slashers? So, everybody, I feel like when people talk about the Mount Rushmore, you always hear Jason, Michael, Freddy, and then people vary on who that fourth one would be. Where does Candyman rank for you amongst like the top slashers?
You want to go first? You know what? I think he's probably one of the most scariest ever. I say, as far as being scary goes, I would say him and Pinhead are probably the ones that are the most intimidating, the most scary, because that character, Candyman, there's no rules. He pops up anywhere. You can't hurt him. You can't do anything to him. But he's not, I wouldn't call him, he's not fun. He's not like as fun as Michael or Jason or Freddy or Victor Crowley. He's not like fun. He's very dark and he's very, it's not like a fun story. If you go into the message behind all this, it's very dark, so it's, I don't know. I'm not saying he's not scary. He's very scary. I always say that I was at a sleepover when I was 10 and we watched Candyman and we watched Halloween. And that's when I was honestly terrified. I was like, God damn. I remember, and during the strip search scene, we saw a side boob and we like paused the TV and a bunch of 10-year-old dudes were like, dude, a boob. And I watched that now and I'm like, that's what we were freaking out about it. It's just so funny. But it was very scary.
He deserves to be up there.
For some people he might be,
iconic,
but the stuff that's the most rewatchable, the stuff that I collect, the stuff that I like is like more fun. He's just, I don't think he's fun. He has one-liners like "Be My Victim," but it's not like it's not funny one-liners or anything like that. I don't know. What do you?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Candyman for me is probably my top 5.
Okay.
I am gonna say he's probably 5 or 4, but he definitely, I think, deserves to be in the top 5. I think he has like the best opening movie. I think his character is absolutely he's so incredible. He's interesting. You want to know more about his backstory. Thank you, Eli. I think this is one of Sam's old shirts. I'm not gonna lie.
Front rags.
Front rags. Dude, they come up with nice stuff.
Yeah. It's comfy too.
See, even Rob put up Candyman could be 3rd for me, and I think it's well deserved.
No, yeah, I understand it. I just
because even when we did that first movie of like slasher genre ranking,
yes,
Candyman was my number 1, my number 2.
So. Yeah,
it was because I think it's honestly, like, in my opinion, the best movie out of all that stuff. Plus, I love like folklore and stuff like that and urban legends, so it really helps with that. But yeah, Candyman's easily in the top 5, no problem.
Okay. Now, to piggyback off that question, is he a slasher? Because that's something that I hear a lot of people talk about, is they don't think about Candyman as a slasher. It's more supernatural than slasher. Is he a slasher?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. He's a supernatural slasher, which
fair. Same thing as Freddy.
They don't. Yeah, exactly. They don't make a lot of these movies because you usually can pick the plot holes out pretty quickly, and it makes it unbelievable real fast. Yeah. And you don't see them done very well. But yeah, like even like Victor Crowley's a supernatural slasher.
Yeah.
Really, he comes back to life every day or every night,
Yeah,
it comes back to normal.
Yeah. I think I heard him debating that. I think I heard it one time on Slasher Radio. I feel like Mikey and Rob and Cass were talking about Candyman as being a slasher or not. And for some reason, I might be wrong, but for some reason, I almost felt like it was Mikey that said he didn't really think about Candyman when he thought about slashers, which, I mean, I guess I somewhat get it, but I think he definitely is. It's the same category with Freddy, Victor Crowley, like you said, even Pinhead to a degree. So, yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, if Pinhead is a slasher, then Candyman's easily a slasher. No problem.
Yeah, I completely agree. Rob says Mikey is usually wrong. It's fair. All right, so I want to start ranking them a little bit and kind of see where we get with this. So we're going to let ladies go first. So we'll start with Kaylee. What is your 4th favorite in the franchise?
The 3rd one. I believe it's is it just called Candyman? Day of the Dead. I had never seen this until last night. It was my first time watch. I think it's the weakest in the franchise for sure. Tony Todd is always amazing, though. Every one of them that he's in, he doesn't ever miss a step with this role, no matter how weak the film overall is. Like, he was great. So it's just like the other actors that like bring it down for me in the 3rd one.
Don't be hating.
The main actress, she didn't really do that great of a job, so it just kind of takes the seriousness out of the movie a little bit for you.
Saved it, okay.
So yeah, it's definitely it's the weakest one in my opinion. So number 3 would have to be number 4 for me. Yeah. Okay.
Rob, what about you?
I would agree, but I don't hate like Candyman 3. I don't hate that movie. It feels like it's not as good, but it's fun, and so it's like it just reminds me of like a Tubi horror movie or something. It just I didn't hate that girl's acting. I thought at least she was like, I don't know. At least you could look at her and be like, oh, cool. Because
that has nothing to do with acting, Robbie. That's not acting.
No, but I was drawn into the character. I really was. No, but it was either that.
I look at you and I'm like, interesting, but I don't think you're a great actor.
You saw my back mole, bro. But like, did you notice in that movie how like in like the CGI like flies or whatever, and like the flies just look.
Bees, you mean?
Oh yeah, the bees. They just look fake, dude. Like, and then I looked up. It was like It's like 1999, and I'm like, dude, stuff just looked rough back then. Yeah. So I do like, but like I said, I liked how they continued the story, the whole like painting art pieces and all that, and the family tree. That was all
and Daniel Robitaille's
Yeah.
backstory.
Yeah, exactly. Like in part 2 and 3, we got more of his backstory, and so I appreciated that. But it is the weakest one. But I wouldn't say it's unwatchable. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's nothing compared to like the first one. So.
Okay, Brendan, your least favorite.
Number 3, Candyman: Day of the Dead for sure. I disagree with what Rob says, but
whatever, bro.
I agree that there's some interesting things in it. Like they definitely bring up some interesting ideas that I wish they followed through with more. And frankly, they just never did. And it was just a huge waste of potential. I think it was my lowest scored movie being on Sean's channel in general for me. Number 3 definitely gets it.
I agree with you. It's just the least. It's also the least memorable. I mean, I know obviously Robbie remembers a lot about it, but I remember. Like, if you start trying to ask me questions about things that happened in that movie, I'm gonna tell you I don't know. There was some chick from Baywatch in there that was kind of annoying, and
that's what I remember.
It was okay, yeah. I mean, that's kind of all I'm gonna really give you out of it. It wasn't a horrible movie, I don't think. I mean, it's not so bad that I would have said, like it was a 1, a 2, or anything. But I don't think it's a good movie either, and I don't foresee it being something. I'm such a I don't know, completionist, I think is the word. So a lot of times if I watch the first movie, I kind of want to go back and watch some of the other ones again too. I can skip over this one and it's going to be perfectly fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I agree. Kaylee, you should have messaged me yesterday. I would have told you to skip it. I would have told you it's going at the bottom of your list for sure.
Yeah, we wanted to watch all of them to prepare. So
I just want to watch it, bro. No, yeah, I've seen a lot worse though with horror movies. That's the thing. I've seen a lot worse, but it's in like a legendary franchise, and you're comparing it to like a legendary character, and it's at the bottom. It's just
just because it's in a legendary franchise doesn't make it good. I mean, there's a movie out there that's like subtitled Season of the Witch that's in a legendary franchise, and it's horrible.
Hey, dude, don't even go there, man.
I was gonna say, even in some of like the other franchises that you really love, and they have like their bad movies, I would rather watch Freddy's Dead over Candyman: Day of the Dead 3 any day of the week. At least like Freddy's Dead is like so outlandishly cartoony. It's fun. You know what I mean? Candyman 3 just isn't fun.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Ned is here. She likes all the Candyman movies.
She knows what the deal is.
Kind of a joke. Yeah. No, I agree with you, Brendan. I would still watch just about a lot of the weakest movies in other franchises over this one. The only thing I think I might pick this over is that 4th Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, Return to Texas Chainsaw, or whatever the hell they call it. That might be one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Next Generation.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, well, but, I thought McConaughey played a good psycho, actually.
He does something.
He does something, he says.
I haven't seen that movie in so long. I'll have to give it a rewatch.
Oh, Rob is upset with me. He is now unsubscribed to my channel. I hate that. Sorry, Rob. We can't agree on everything. We really don't agree on much. I just think Rob's really funny. All right, Kaylee, what is your... I mean, we all put that one at number 4. We've been talking about it, so that's fine. Anything else about Day of the Dead that anybody wants to mention before we try to move on?
So you watched it yesterday? You can't remember anything about it.
No, yeah, I'm trying to think besides the girl.
Yeah, exactly. No. I feel even Tony Todd phoned it in on that one.
It wasn't his performance. I mean, he's so good, but he's not like he is in the others.
Yeah, him phoning it in was better than every one of those other actors combined in that movie.
Yeah, I agree, actually. All right, Kaylee, your third favorite then?
It would be a Farewell to the Flesh, Candyman 2. I didn't think this was more enjoyable to me than the third one. I liked, like, it kept me entertained the whole time, and I loved like the cinematography and stuff with this one. I loved where it was filmed and like the new little like they did like a different kind of jingle, which I kind of liked, even though I love the one from the first movie.
This is Louisiana, right?
I liked the setting, and I liked the main actress in this. I thought she did a good job as Annie, and like the lore and stuff that they explored in it. Yeah, so I enjoyed number 2 definitely better than the third one for sure.
I forgot to say the third one has the. Did you guys notice the guy from Elm Street was in it? The guy that hung himself in the jail cell. He's one of the main guys in it. So it was cool to see him. I noticed him last night. I'm like, that's the guy from Elm Street. I was like, that's kind of cool. But yeah. But
for you, Robbie, what's the third one?
Oh yeah, I'm with Kaylee. It's Farewell to the Flesh. I don't like it as much as the original, but I do like how they kind of like started their own storyline with like the Candyman's backstory, and then they started going down his family tree, which I thought was really cool. And I thought that I just like that. I like that, and I thought it was I like a good backstory in horror. You know what I mean? So especially with a character like this, because he's so mysterious. It's like, tell me more about him. You know, it's like you can. Yeah, I could listen to the story all day, and he's kind of like in all the movies. He's kind of like a campfire story. It's kind of like folklore. You know what I mean? So they kind of like really went pretty deep into that. So I appreciate that part of it.
Okay, Brendan, I have a feeling you're going to say the same thing, but you're
I have a feeling our ranking is all going to be the same. So I might just give out my spiel a little bit here on Candyman 2, Farewell to the Flesh. I don't mind the idea of continuing the family tree. I do think it's a little weird, in my opinion, on how Tony Todd is still like it's the same problem within the third one too. It's like really sexualized, even knowing it's his descendant. And I'm like, I don't care how far down the family tree it is. I mean, it's a little weird, dude. I think Candyman 2 at least offers up, we get like the full backstory shown to us. And it's really well done compared to the third movie. The score was pretty good in that one. I just feel like I don't know, it's kind of all over the map in my opinion. It just it doesn't hold a candle to the first film, so it's definitely my number 3.
Yeah, I agree as well, and with pretty much everything you're saying, I do find it more entertaining than Day of the Dead, but I still just don't think it was.
It's a great movie.
Great either. It's a good movie. It's not a great movie, and yeah, I think part of my problem with it in the beginning was I think that first one is so incredible. The second one is such a letdown from the first one that even going back and watching it now, I'm like, okay, I mean, it's not bad, but it's just nowhere near that first movie, and that hurts it for me a little bit.
Clive Barker wasn't involved in any of these sequels, was he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it just had a different. I feel like they were trying to have the same feel, but it fell short. Like, so.
Annette, how many accounts you got, girl?
I'm telling you. All right, yeah, I agree. And so far, we're all on the same page. I have a feeling we're going to stay on the same page. Kaylee, what's your second favorite?
My second favorite would have to be Candyman from 2021. The reboot sequel. I love this movie. We rewatched it today, and I'm really glad we got a chance to do so because it is just so well done. Nia DaCosta really killed it with this interpretation of the story. I loved how it centered around Anthony, who was the little, who was in the original, which the character was. So I loved that. I love when they tie things in and it makes sense and it adds to the story. And just I loved all of the actors in it. And the camera shots and stuff, they had some really interesting camera shots, especially with the kills and stuff. So this one was just so well done. I loved it. So it has to be number 2.
Yep, I agree. 28 accounts would be the answer to that question that you asked, Brendan. That is crazy to me. That's a
damn,
lot.
Nanette. And you're only leaving 1 like on our videos with one of your accounts. Where's the 27 other ones going?
I'm telling you, that means we all
blow us up, dude. Just
28, right?
Yeah, blow up our page, dude. Show the love.
Robbie, how about you? Your second favorite?
Same. I watched the requel today, and I forgot how good it was. And if I would almost say it's better than the. I can't say that though. You can't say it's better than the original, but I would say that they came really damn close, and it was so well made. The kills were awesome. It just looked great. The storytelling was good. I like how they, like Kaylee said, they brought the kid Anthony back, but he's an adult now, and he becomes Candyman. It's so good. We get a little Tony Todd cameo. It's basically everything you could want, and it's I don't know. Without the original, this wouldn't exist, and that's the only reason I'm saying it's not better than the original. And the original's a classic, but I just feel like you can't mess with the classic. But they really came close. I feel like they really did. They really tried, and they really. I don't know. I would say this. It might even be better made, but the feel is still with the original with me. But yeah, I feel like that requel came out. It got some love, but I feel like it should get talked about more still. I feel like it just came out. Some people saw it. Some people talked about it. And then, this generation, like in 2 months, everybody's talking about something else
Yeah.
So I'm like, but I watched it today and I was like, holy shit, this is good, dude.
Yep. Brendan?
I'm in the same boat. The 2021 one, it was like one of the first movies we saw back after the pandemic finally let up.
Yeah.
Blew us away in theaters. That was the first time I had like my old man experience in theaters where I had to tell some kids to be quiet. Yeah, and then that was. I'm not even that old, but I was like, damn, shut these fucking kids up.
You watch Seinfeld?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Well, I used to. Yeah.
Oh, there's a scene where George makes a scene in the movie theater because somebody won't shut up. It's hilarious.
I've probably seen it. I have all 9 seasons.
I was gonna say like George from Seinfeld, but if you don't watch the show, it doesn't. All right, I'm sorry.
Costanza. Yeah. The acting's incredible in this movie. I think it's incredibly well shot. The gore and effects are fantastic as well. Storytelling. I can't hype this movie up enough. And I agree with Robbie. I think that this movie I think the pandemic was a huge effect on this movie and why it got forgotten so quickly. And then again, we get look at all the horror movies we've gotten out this year already that are already financially successful, that are already Rotten Tomatoes headlines. It's just every year we seem to be getting every new week is a new horror movie where every week, you see it once and then you're on to the next thing already. So it's almost hard to kind of keep up with stuff. Yeah, it's nuts. I do think this movie deserves more flowers, though.
I agree. And, I think that I remember telling you, Brendan, when we reviewed this movie, I did not give this movie enough credit the first time I saw it. The first time I watched this movie, I came out of it a little disappointed, and that was just 100% me and being in a bad mood, obviously, because I watched this movie one time when it first came out, and I think to be completely honest, I think I just wanted more Tony Todd. I wanted to see him back in the role and get more of him. We just pretty much get him at the end. And I was like, okay, whatever. Candyman still, it was better than the other ones like Farewell to the Flesh, Day of the Dead, but I still just didn't think it was that great. And I didn't ever watch this movie again until you and I got ready to talk about it when we did our review. And so I turned it on and watched it and was blown away by how good this movie is. It's very, very solid. The performances are great. I liked the same thing you guys are talking about, the what they do with Anthony. I think the shadow puppet scene things are really cool. There's, and I want to get to that topic when we finish it, but there's a great kill in this movie that might be my favorite kill in the franchise. I just think this is really, really solid and have to agree with you. I don't know what was wrong with me the first time I watched it, but I really enjoy this movie. And then just, the fact that we do still at least get Tony Todd at the end is pretty cool as well. So I think this one's very solid. And I love the ending. I think that ending is so good.
It is.
The way they do that with the cops and stuff. So
I was thinking today, I was like, if they had Tony Todd, why didn't they just show him oh, thanks so much.
Thank you.
I was like, if they had Tony Todd there, why didn't they just show him a few more times? But then I'm thinking it would have made the ending not seem as special, and I also like how this one, they try, without Tony Todd, it's kind of its own thing. I think that's kind of cool too.
Yeah, I
So,
agree. It might would have
yeah.
taken away from it. And I really liked the Hive. I liked that story and the way they brought that in, the being different Candyman and stuff like that. I thought that was very cool, and I didn't appreciate that all the first time. So I really don't know what was wrong with me the first time I watched this movie, but this is really good. I really enjoyed this one.
Same location, same apartment complex, same they continued the story so well. They paid tribute to the original so well. I thought, I was like, this is good.
I agree. So that means all of us.
And Anthony's mother, it's the same actress. She doesn't age. She doesn't age somehow. It's like 30 years later, and this lady's like,
she looks amazing.
I'm like, that lady is like 60 and she looks 30. I'm like, it's crazy, man. I don't know how they do it, but I was like, that can't be her. I'm like, it looks a lot like her, but I'm like, she's too young looking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I looked at cool it is her.
I agree, Rob. I often wonder what's wrong with me too. So we're on the same page for that one. Every day I'm wondering what the fuck I'm doing. So I completely understand. All right, so that means we all have the original from 1992 is our favorite. But we'll start. We'll go in the same order. We'll start with you, Kaylee. Talk to us about why it's your favorite.
Oh, I just think overall the original Candyman is like more than a horror film. It's just like a classic. Like I think it's like a crime thriller like aspect to it, to where I just love the mystery of it. Virginia Madsen's great as our final girl. Tony Todd is amazing as his first role as the Candyman. I love the lore and like how they like have all the real life stuff tied in to this story, and how it's all like connected, and it's really heavy subject matter, but it makes for an amazing like horror film, and I love the way they tell it. I love the music and the kills. It's such a classic, so it had to be number one.
Yep, I agree. Robbie?
Same reason, like all the same stuff Kaylee said, I agree. And without this movie, there wouldn't be that requel. There wouldn't be anything else. So I would have to put this first. And Clive Barker, the theme, the score is like chilling. It's so good.
Yeah.
First time I saw this, Candyman was scary, dude. Scary, very scary. And it's still scary. And I just love it. I just love everything about it. The way it looks, the way it smells, the location, the characters are. I just love it. It's a great story, and it is the best one.
I agree. Brendan?
I'm in the same boat. I pretty much agree with everything. You forgot the like forbidden love story that's in this as well. Like that's something that's pretty heavily prevalent. I think like Tony Todd's voice it hits different in this movie compared to like 2 and 3. I don't know why, but it hits different. And the look is classic. I love the fur coat and stuff like that. The artwork is, I think it looks the best in this movie. Virginia Madsen's just incredible. The way they like light her in specific scenes with it just kind of having that little bit of light around her eyes, and she just looks like she's gonna cry, and I guess they actually did like hypnotize her and stuff like that. So like so that's probably why she got that performance. But it's fantastic. Like Robbie said, the score is incredibly haunting. It's probably one of my favorite horror scores.
I agree. I was gonna say the same thing.
And I'm a sucker for like urban legend stuff. So like who's the other one? Bloody Mary is it's the same kind of idea. So I really liked it, and I like how they tie it into like the opening with, the friend of a friend of mine had like this date with this girl, and then they went up and started kissing and whatever. Ted Raimi, as the bad boy who, whatever. That's like the only nitpick is like you can never believe Ted Raimi as like a bad guy persona. I think it's amazing. In my opinion, it's perfect.
I agree, actually. And, it's funny, too, because I knew when you were talking about that episode, Brendan, where we did just took the first movies and franchises and ranked them. And when we did that, I didn't have Candyman that high. And I liked Candyman. I mean, it had been a long time since I'd seen it, but I liked Candyman. I just had forgotten how much. And then when I went back and rewatched it for you and I to talk about it, I agree with you. That's a 10 out of 10 movie. The score, I 100% agree with you. one of the best there is. It's incredible. The performances in this movie are amazing. I agree. I think Tony Todd's voice in this one seems to hit different. Candyman in this first movie is legitimately terrifying. I mean, this is honestly a scary character. And yeah, I thought the story was fantastic. The performances, the cinematography, everything about this movie is so good. I can't imagine anybody trying to make a list that, of like best horror movies of all time and not including this first Candyman. It's just amazing to me.
Tony Todd's. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, but Tony Todd's presence too in the first one, it's like he could just stand there in a parking garage, and it's terrifying. It's like, and that character, like, there's no rules to where he could pop up. He just pops up randomly, and his presence is just like, oh god, he has one of those presence that like scares the whole room, dude. I like his energy. You feel it, dude. You just feel it,
Yeah. Swift says that he appreciates the movie, but he feels like there's something missing from it. So, I mean, I get that. I don't think there is from this movie. I think it's a masterpiece as well. But there's other movies out there that I feel that way about. I mean, not to get off on that whole different thing, but The Exorcist, for example. There are so many people that think The Exorcist is one of the greatest movies of all time. It's okay. I feel like there's something missing from it. It does not do it for me. It's fine, but I just don't think it's amazing. It's gonna be okay, Rob.
Don't even.
He just blew a fuse. Yeah,
I saw that. I'm sure that all of y'all disagree with me, and that's okay. I'm just saying it doesn't hit for me, so I can understand. Candyman didn't hit for Swift.
You got a horror channel, and you're not. And The Exorcist is not up there for you.
It's not one of my favorite movies of all time. No, it's fine.
Dude, if that movie wasn't there in the early 70s, a lot of other stuff wouldn't have came after that.
It's true.
That movie pushed the envelope. It was like one of the first movies people ran out of the theaters throwing up and puking. The news covered how scary it was. That movie pushed the envelope and like ripped the envelope. That movie ripped the envelope in half, dude. You got to respect it, man. I mean.
Oh, I respect it. But it's fine. It's not one of my favorites. I respect it. I appreciate what it did.
Oh, well, that goes back to me saying like, oh, it's scary, but it's not the most fun to watch. Like that's what I said in the beginning with like Candyman. It's a terrifying character, but it's not like campy and fun. But that just talks about rewatchability. But I'm just saying, stop dissing classics.
Brendan,
I agree
on this as well.
And that blonde is a great actress.
I mean,
oh wow, Swift just hit it right there. Boom, there you go. I like Swift.
No.
I don't think we could show the girls that.
Wait, for children? Like,
I mean, that might be a little bit of a stretch, but I see where he's going.
she stabs herself in places with the crucifix in 1973. Absolutely shocking and terrifying audiences across the globe. And that's just one of the sequences in that movie that is absolutely incredible and terrifying. Like the Exorcist is the best because it was the first of its kind, and it pushed boundaries. It did what Alfred Hitchcock was doing in the 60s. There's no, this is. I'm gonna have the same meltdown I had at when we were on what were we on? It was Evil Dead versus Evil Dead 2 slasher. I'm gonna start throwing my hat here in a second just because I can't believe the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Yo, you think Candyman would have existed without The Exorcist first? Absolutely not. And if it didn't, it wouldn't have been the same. So
again, I'm not saying I don't appreciate it. I appreciate it. I realize what it's done. It just doesn't happen to be. I turned The Exorcist on not long ago, a few months ago, and it's fine. I find it a little bit boring, to be completely honest with you. It's okay.
This goes beyond blondes or brunettes. This is just wrong, man.
The next time you're on my channel, Sean, I'm making you just watch The Exorcist. That's what's going to happen.
You're making me watch.
We're making me watch Dr. Giggles now, right? We're doing The Exorcist.
Yo, how come he got Dr. Giggles? I got to watch some teeth get drilled.
Sean's always booked up, so I had to ask him first, and I gave him the list, and that's what he picked.
I got a
Yeah.
terrifying fear of the dentist, and I got to watch the dentist, and I don't want to.
I know.
I
Well,
don't-
I'm excited. I'm gonna watch it this weekend. I'm super stoked.
We are too.
No, come on.
We are.
Let's boycott this.
Thank you, Pennywise Blackwell.
Oh, gotta see what Rob just said because I know he's probably disagreeing with you again.
Right, The Exorcist is
Interesting.
ranked.
Okay, it's the third best horror movie of all time on his list. It's incredible. The only movie to ever get a perfect score on Slasher Radio. I get it. I can see that. Again, I'm not trying to take away from it at all.
But
It's
you also
just not
got
my
to
thing.
look at the time it came out, and we're talking 1973. Like that movie's terrifying today. Like I don't know. This is beyond pickle juice and soda, man. This is
Here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing when I talk about the Exorcist in general, especially when people ask me like what my favorite horror movie is, because of course, like Army of Darkness and Tremors are like my favorite horror movies of all time. But when you look at films from a technical aspect and a storytelling aspect, The Exorcist will easily take that spot like any day of the week. I still love those other movies, but like I would almost have to make two lists for like my fun campy stuff that I really enjoy, and then like things that I think are great on every aspect of a level, not just for how much fun I had while watching the film.
Yeah, I mean, I completely get that. Pennywise,
Thank you so
shout out
much.
to all of us. So thank you so much, Pennywise.
yo. Thank you.
I would go back to real quick to what Swift said. I appreciate the fact that The Exorcist is a real film that contains horror in a masterful way. I agree. I appreciate it as
For real,
well.
yeah.
It's just not one of my favorites. But I've said this multiple times. I like for my horror to be fun, and The Exorcist is not that much fun to watch for me. So maybe that's part of it.
Makes
No.
you feel something.
No, but yeah, it's terrifying, and I can't believe that this came out 50 years ago or so, over 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Like I just even for back then, it must have been it was dude.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm 100% sure.
And plus
it could also be as well. I'm not a huge fan, and I'm sure this has to do somewhat with my background. It takes a lot for religious horror to impress me. Might have to do with my background of the involvement that I had in religion for quite some time, because I watch it and I'm just like, I don't know. It takes something there. It just doesn't do it for me. Again, I know it's done a lot for the horror. I get it. Without it, we wouldn't have a lot of the stuff that we get nowadays. But
so the crucifix stabbing in the down there didn't do nothing for you?
No.
Oh,
I do have a question.
But yeah. Go ahead.
What version of the movie do you watch? Do you watch the theatrical or the director's cut each time you watch it?
I don't know if I've ever seen the director's cut. I think I've probably only seen the theatrical.
What's the difference? I think the difference is they just have the desert in the beginning, right? Like
no, I don't think so. I think it's the spider staircase scene is definitely like one thing that's cut into the director's cut.
It's back there, that pop we have, right?
Oh, it's a ceramic.
She's like this.
Yeah.
So if the one you watch has like her crawling down backwards, like spiral staircase, that's the director's cut.
I have not seen that in the movie. I've seen like that on the internet, that scene, but when I've watched the movie, it hasn't been in there. So yeah, I've only seen the theatrical version.
Maybe try the director's cut then.
Maybe that might make a difference.
I don't know, but
I mean, it makes it longer.
So
I don't know. I don't know if this is I think it's better than Candyman. I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I don't know if that's a hot take, but I would say Exorcist above Candyman.
There's probably a lot of people that feel that way. I don't think it's even close, but there's probably a lot of people that feel that way.
I don't know. To me, Exorcist is just.
Let me ask you this, Robbie. Are there any Disney movies you like?
Disney?
Yeah. So
Hercules.
any Disney movies you like? Hercules. Okay, for Brennan. Robbie, what about you?
I can't think of any.
Okay, so we'll go with Hercules. So you like Hercules, Brendan? Not Snow
White.
White.
Dude, that movie's
not
awesome.
Snow White. Without Snow White, we would have not had any of these other Disney movies.
True.
I don't like Snow White either, but that's the same take that I'm giving.
Respect Snow White.
Maybe.
I just thought I would throw that in there. It probably really doesn't mean shit because I don't think I like either one of them. But I was just trying to make a point. Just because something's a first doesn't always mean it's the best.
This is maybe the first time I don't have a comeback for an argument. But so, Robbie, do you got anything? He's pretty valid in his point.
No, you got to look at the year it came out. You got to look at what technology was available. You got to look at all the tools they had to work with back then, and you can't compare it to a film from 2026. Because Exorcist still holds its own, and the movie's 50 years old. I can compare it to a film nowadays, and Exorcist still holds its own. Now, you could say it looks sharper, it looks better. Maybe it does, but for what they had to work with, they knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna keep saying it's fine. It's fine.
All right, we got to get off the Exorcist before Robbie and I both have an aneurysm here.
Neither one of y'all are gonna want to come on my channel anymore. Rob says he doesn't watch cartoons. I do remember him giving you a hard time about that, Brendan, on something else. He was talking about stop motion animation, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we and him always have this discussion. I think it was Train to Busan Seoul Station, the prequel animated show or movie. It's so fucking good. It's so dark too. Yeah, me and him he always just has to, or Invincible too. I talk about Invincible a lot, which is an adult cartoon, but yeah, I know he doesn't like cartoons. It's okay, Rob. It's not for everybody.
Swift says, I think Candyman was the last great slasher in the 90s before Scream in 96. We were hurting for a few years. I completely agree. There was 4 years there where slashers were not as great. Candyman in 92 and then Scream in 96. I completely agree.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The 90s weren't as good as the 80s to me.
Rob says it's better than anything that's come out in 2026. I'm assuming he's still talking about The Exorcist. It might be. I haven't seen a lot of the 2026 stuff. I keep hearing all this stuff about Obsession. I'm going to go see it this weekend.
Dude.
And see what
Dude.
Rob is incredible with that comment because I literally got a list on my Facebook feed of like the Rotten Tomato scores, and I get it. The Rotten Tomato scores don't mean everything, but almost every horror film so far released this year is like 86 and up for percentage this year. Like it just blows my mind that's you don't think it's been a great year so far in horror. even Primate was sitting at like 79%, and like that movie was fucking dope.
I love that movie with the monkey. It was so good. You know what? I really believe that like when something's new, it's not appreciated right away. It takes a few years to marinate, and when people look back, they're like, "Shit, that was good." So I just feel like,
sometimes it's true. I agree. Rob made a comment here about Obsession. I was listening to
most overrated movie
radio's podcast that came out today, and he was talking about that on there that he thinks it's overrated. I'm curious. I'm going to go see it this weekend. Most people I've heard talk about it love it, but I've heard a couple like Rob that just think it's okay.
Rob, take a minute. Like Rob H. Take a minute and send me Slasher Radio's phone number. I'm gonna make a phone call this week.
I can get it for you if you need me to. I leave a lot of voicemails on
somebody
there.
Send it to me.
It's a simple story. That's what I liked about it. It's just a simple story. It's a straight up horror movie of just like a girl that won't leave a guy alone.
That's also a fair point, Rob.
I thought it was well done, and it was scary. It was a scary movie. Yeah, I say check it out. Sean, why didn't you check it out already, man? You have a channel. You got to get on this.
I know. I wanted to go see it last weekend. I just had some stuff going on, and it didn't happen. But I will go see it this weekend. No, we'll just leave it at that.
If you're gonna come back with some Exorcist review about this, I swear.
I'm gonna try to get an episode of it up next week. I've still got one. I have 2 of my 3 episodes for next week planned, so I need one more, and it might be Obsession if everything works the way I want it to. So we'll see what happens.
It's relatable too. If you have chicks obsessing over you, you could be like, "I feel this character, man."
I'm pretty sure no chick has ever obsessed over me, and we're gonna leave it at that.
I think they like the Robin Williams look.
Dude, you're about to get canceled. I don't really know what else to tell you at this point, but let's
there's a pink button, Sean, just so you know.
Yeah, there's I recently got told I look like Robin Williams.
Yeah, it bothers him, so I bring it up every time.
It really does. Robin Williams is a funny guy, but that's not who I wanted to look like at all.
You don't look exactly like him.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's get back to Candyman for a minute. Brendan, you and I talked about this once before as well. You had some more time to think about it, so I'll see if you have anything different to say, but then we'll also get that horror couple's opinion. We haven't got anything now since 2021, so 5 years since we've had a Candyman movie. What would you like to see next if this franchise was going to continue? What would you like to see next?
I think I talked about this the last time we talked about it with the review, and I still kind of sit in the same boat where I would like to see more stories told from the Hive perspective, which is the lore that they set up.
Swift's got
Swift.
Swift.
But I like the idea of setting it up with the Hive idea, and where you have these different Candymen in different periods of time, kind of as a urban legend that are floating around. Yes, the legend is still roughly the same with a few things changed, but the general themes are all the same. So I would almost like to see some prequels with some of the other Candymen that they talked about and shown in the movie, or bring back the lead actor and go forward with it, because I think, like, we talked about this, you were divisive on this, but I think the the girls that were in college probably and in the bathroom of the 2021 film, and they have this, it's they say Candyman and they all get massacred, and there's the one girl that's left alive.
Yeah,
that to me is like the perfect short film within this movie of how the curse is, how this urban legend is spread, and how it affects people around it. So I think that there's a good moving forward way for them to continue this franchise, but I like the idea of not making, doing it back to back, like what they did with 2 and 3.
Yeah,
you can sit on this franchise, I think, for 5, 8, 10 years and bring it back, and I think you would get a lot more traction that way over doing it, every year or every 2 years, right. And really developing a good and interesting story to continue back to.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you're saying. I remember we talked about this a little bit when you were on. I like the idea of exploring the other Candymen from the Hive, getting those kind of stories, that kind of thing, maybe some prequels. I think that would be amazing. And I agree with you that we don't need to do one. This is where I feel like horror movies make mistakes, is when they start pumping them out too much. It worked in the 80s when we got a Friday the 13th every year and a Nightmare on Elm Street every year for a little bit. That was fine. Times have changed and the way movies are done have changed, and you just can't do that anymore if you want to put out decent stuff, in my opinion. But at the same time, and I made this same comment before, I don't want them to wait 10 years before they do another one, because dude, I don't know how much longer I'm around, and I want to see the next one. So let's not wait 10 or 20 years. Shit, I'm an old man. I might check out before then.
I think the world needs you for something, man. You'll be around.
I think so too.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much, Jason Voorhees. Subscribe to all of us, so we appreciate
much
that.
appreciated, dude.
I do have to shout out Jason Voorhees and Pennywise and Nanette, because I think this is Nanette flowing through her channels here and summing to all of us. So
no, do it. Please do it.
You're a fucking gem. You're going through the effort, and you don't have to. We were just teasing you. You don't actually have to do that. But
no, you do. You do have to do it. You do. Just
but it is.
Pour us out. Just pour me out.
Oh, wow. Please. I missed a comment earlier that I want to see up here. Swift said it's because obsession is too much like Rob's real life. The ladies won't leave him alone. I don't think that's what's happening, but I might be wrong. Maybe that's
what, me or the other Rob in the chat?
The other Rob.
We got to think of like a different way to identify each other, because I keep getting confused and it's really cramping my style.
Thanks, Swift. I mean, I don't plan on it. I just, you never know what might happen. Robbie and Kaylee, your thoughts on what you would like to see next in the Candyman franchise?
Well, we don't have Tony Todd with us anymore at all. So I'm thinking of that. Like, so
I think
I wouldn't mind like a sequel to the requel. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Kind of like, because I think Brendan touched on it. We have like different Candyman stories now.
The story of the Hive. Yeah, it could go a multitude of different ways with different side stories, and they could still loop it all back together, which is so cool. I think they should do that. Yeah, or maybe just, you know what? Since the sequels weren't that popular, why don't we just tell more of a backstory, but do it an upgrade version of that?
You know, that might be cool. Give us like a Farewell to the Flesh, but upgrade it. Don't call it Farewell to the Flesh, but I'm just saying, I wouldn't mind something like that. But you know, do a kick-ass sequel this time. You know,
Okay.
I mean, still have a blonde with big titties, but you know, make it just better this time around.
I knew you were going to throw that in there. All right, one more question I have for you guys when it comes to Candyman, and very curious to what your answers are here, if anything really stood out. What is your favorite kill in the Candyman franchise?
Oh, dude.
I like when Helen comes back to get her cheating ex-husband. That's my favorite.
I don't know why, but maybe because this is the one that freaked me out as a kid. Because it happens if you watch, the timing is like either the timing's exact or the timing is just a little bit off. I think Helen calls Candyman while she's in a straitjacket, and the guy's at the desk, and right when she says it for the 5th time, the guy's just like, and he just starts spitting out blood. Like the timing of it is just either it's off or it's on, but it makes you go like this when you see it. Like so that always stood out to me a little bit. Okay. It's not the most graphic, but I think the timing of it was just right on. So yeah,
it's a good one. Brendan?
Mine's actually the same as Robbie. I think the head doctor or whatever at the psych ward is
dude,
the best kill, and I think it's the best kill because you're talking about how it seems like the timing's off, but it's because there's no musical cue,
right?
And you know, it's not a jump scare. It's just it happens. I was trying to think. It reminded me of something, and I just thought about it. It's like the scene in Alien, you know, when the chest burster comes out. There's no music. It's just you know, blood spurts out all of a sudden, and it gets you.
That might be what it is. I think it's just silent for a second, and all of a sudden it's like, and they give it to you, and and also like the people that doubt it, they think it's all like a story. They think she's crazy. You see, as they're dying, they're like, "Oh, the bitch was right," you know. Like they're like, "Oh, she was. Oh, I was way off here." So
so I agree with you. And when I was thinking about this question earlier today, because I was supposed to be working it, and I was trying to get ready for this tonight, so I was trying to think about what my favorite kill was, and I thought of that one, but I had a feeling that somebody else was going to mention it. So I was trying to think of another one, and there is one in the 2021 film that I think is pretty close, and I don't know why I like this kill so much, but it's the kill in the girl's apartment where you don't even see Candyman, and the guy leaves her apartment, and you basically just kind of see her get killed, like thrown around. You don't even see the villain. It almost looks like it's the fucking Invisible Man that's attacking her or something. But I love that kill, and I thought that was so good. To like pan out from the window where we're like seeing it from the outside in. I really like that one.
I said that to Kaylee today. I'm like, this movie is rad, dude. And it was right at that scene. You see her she's being like dragged across the windows as they're zooming out. They're zooming away from the apartment complex. Dude, that is a good one. Yeah,
I love that scene.
What was yours? What was your favorite kill?
When Helen kills her ex-husband at the end.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, Helen was her husband. Wasn't he banging some like student?
His student, yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Remember, she comes home and she's like, wasn't she painting the walls? And I remember the first time you watched it, you were like, oh, because you were like, you couldn't believe he was cheating.
I knew he was from the beginning because they kind of subtly hinted that he was checking out his blonde student. You kind of knew,
I agree, Rob. The way it's shot makes that kill amazing. That's part of why I wanted to mention it. So, another question I just thought of. We were talking about what we wanted to see next in the Candyman franchise. Let me ask you this: going back to that first film, and Brendan, I think you and I talked about this a little bit, but knowing what we got from Farewell to the Flesh, Day of the Dead, that kind of thing, would it have been better to see a sequel where Helen is the killer now, and not Daniel Robitaille, or however you say his last name? What are your thoughts there?
Hell
no. No,
I think it would have been. I think it would have been interesting, to be honest with you. I think it would have been cool to kind of have Helen take over the reins here and be this urban legend. You know, the thing that she was researching and got so caught up in ended up being her demise. So I think it would have been cool. I think Candyman still would have, like Tony thought, still would have had, of course, you know, had own the character forever, to come. But I really think it would have been cool. It would have been like, what John Carpenter originally wanted for the Halloween franchise, which was to do almost its own thing every movie. I'm not saying that that's what the franchise should have done by having a new killer every movie, but I think it would have been cool to have a follow-up sequel with Helen as the urban legend.
Yeah, I think it would have been interesting. I think if you would have mentioned that to me years ago, I probably would have said no. But then after the disappointments of Farewell to the Flesh and Day of the Dead, yeah, it would have been worth a shot. I would have checked that out to see what happened. And even if you brought both of them in, Robbie and Kaylee, we recently talked about Halloween, I think it was 5, where I was talking about one of the original scripts for that movie had the character of Jamie being evil, but Michael was still going to be in the film as well. So we were going to have 2 killers in that film. And then they decided not to do that because Akkad wanted it to just be Michael. You could have even done something like that where you almost have 2. You have Helen and Candyman. Might would have been cool. I don't know. Just a thought.
No, I think horror fans, it would have been cool because we never got it. But I think horror fans, they want consistency in their killer. Like in their iconic killer, they want to see that. They want to see that again. And I think, yeah, it's a cool idea. But if they gave it to us, I think people would have hated it. It would have been like Halloween 3 or something. And Halloween 3 found its audience later. But at the time, they were like, where's Michael? I think they would have been like, where's Tony Todd? So.
Yeah, that's possible.
So don't you think we could have had her cake and ate it too, though? Like,
no,
maybe...
she could have been a sidekick. But I thought you meant like just throw like without Tony Todd. Is that what you were talking about? Or
yeah, like why not do the follow-ups? Like the next sequel will be fully about Helen, and then if audiences didn't like the movie, you can always return back to Candyman in general.
That's
just
right.
like Halloween 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess, but for the most part, I think we want consistency with the killer. I mean, that's the one thing about Ghostface. It changes every movie, so that's the one thing where I'm like, oh, it could be anybody, but
yeah,
I don't know.
And Rob, here's where you're wrong. Please stop.
No,
saying
he knows
that.
what's up. He
Oh,
knows what's up.
dude.
Please stop saying that. It's not a brilliant movie.
This movie. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's just. Yeah, you just put down The Exorcist, dude. So I'm not even trying. I'm not even trying your pickle soda now. We're done.
Don't even care about my opinion at this point.
That shit's gonna be like sour, and I know it's gonna suck.
I don't like Halloween Ends, but yeah, that's.
Yeah,
we'll get there eventually.
Yo, Brendan, what's your verdict on the soda, man? And
I switched to water.
Oh, Brendan, you should have finished it. Just gulp it down.
I did have half of it.
Okay. That's a start. You might have put a little too much pickle juice in for your first time. Maybe you need to build up to that.
Yeah. I think a tablespoon would have been better than a shot, because I don't know if my shot glasses are actually shots or if they're 2 shots. So I might have put 2 shots in.
Gotcha. That could have been it.
I don't take shots anymore, so I don't even know why I have them.
I don't know. Everybody, since I made that comment, I don't remember where I even mentioned it the first time. May have been Facebook or something. I don't know. I made a comment about that. And then it started getting out, and now everybody's very concerned that I drink pickle juice and Pepsi. But I'm telling you, it's good. What the hell?
He's gonna like bottle it and sell it. He's gonna be. Like,
I should, yeah.
Get the Sean drink.
Weird pickle soda. I'm telling you, it's delicious. You need to try it.
If I'm being honest, I'd rather honestly either just drink straight pickle juice or straight pop. But I mean, I'll try it with the tablespoon and see.
So one time, I don't remember if I've said this before or not since I started telling this story, but I thought this was a thing. Like, I didn't realize this was just my dad and something that he had come up with, because my dad is where I got this idea from. He used to, if he was going to watch a movie at home, if he went to the theater, he ate popcorn, but if he was going to watch a movie at home, he had 2 things he always had to have. One was, he just called it a potato chip sandwich. He would take bread, he would take Miracle Whip, we were talking about that earlier, and then he would just put like plain potato chips and then another piece of bread. And that was his sandwich, just Miracle Whip and potato chips. And then he drank Dr. Pepper, but he would get Dr. Pepper and put pickle juice in it. And that was his movie snack. He did it every single time. And so that's where I got the pickle juice and soda idea. I tried it in Dr. Pepper. I've tried it in Coke. I think it's better than Pepsi, but I just thought that was something everybody did. And so I went to the theater one time. I was probably in my teens, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to see if the theater would give me that drink. So I get my popcorn, and then I'm like, yeah, I need like a pickle. I don't think they had Pepsi. I think they had Coke. So I'm like, yeah, I just need like a pickle juice Coke. And the lady's looking at me like I've lost my fucking mind. And she's like, "You want what?" And I'm like, "Pickle juice in my Coke." And she's like,
You think they just have pickle juice like on standby?
"They had
Like,
big ass pickles in the theater, man. So I know they have pickle juice." So I'm like, "Yeah, it's like pickle juice in the Coke." And she's like, "Okay, like a pickle juice soda." And I'm like, "Yeah, exactly." This bitch. He gave me this big cup of just pickle juice, and I didn't realize it because you couldn't see through the cup. Back at the theater I was going to back then, and so I'm all excited. I think I've got my pickle soda and I went back and got a drink, and it was just pickle juice, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is not what I asked for. So it's not the same thing to just drink the pickle juice.
Yeah, that would have been not a nice surprise.
I would have been okay with it personally, but do you know what? That's like a blue collar thing. What did your dad do for work?
He was a police officer.
Okay, because like I got guys that I work with that do that shit. They put chips on bread. They put chips on their burgers. You know, like
yeah.
I think it's a blue collar thing, to be honest with you, or it's an old person thing. I don't know.
Yeah, he did stuff like that. He also would put, if he had like a 20-ounce bottle of soda, he put peanuts in there all the time. And I guess like let the salt from the peanuts get into his soda. That one I never tried. That sounded odd to me. But
yeah, that's an odd one.
Yeah, he did a lot of weird things. But
what did he think of The Exorcist?
That's a good question. I don't remember ever hearing my dad, and maybe this is where part of it comes from. Is he watched The Exorcist? I know he watched some stuff like that, but my dad watched a lot of slashers. He watched Jason and Michael and Leatherface and stuff like that. So I think he preferred slashers. I prefer slashers. So yeah, maybe that's where some of that comes from.
I'm just giving you a hard time because you're just a classic.
I didn't. I said it is a classic, man. It's got a lot of support. It's done a tremendous thing for the horror community. Just not my favorite.
You're trying to backpedal now. You're trying to backpedal.
It's not my favorite.
I said
I respect it. I just don't love it.
Okay.
It's kind of like, I mean, you know, it's kind of like you, Robbie. I respect you. I don't love you, but I respect you.
You don't love me?
Well, I'm just fucking with you, man.
Well, damn. I thought things were different.
I'm just giving you shit. All right. Anything else anybody wants to say about the Candyman franchise before we wrap this up?
We hear you're looking for Candyman, bitch. That's all I want to say about it. I just want to say that once before we wrap this up.
Fair enough. Brendan, anything else you want to add?
I'd like some more merch for this franchise. I think it definitely deserves some more love. I know there's Funko Pops and there's like some company will make the odd T-shirt of it here and there, but
yeah.
It definitely deserves its flowers. I think NECA put out a Candyman figure as well that I think is like way out of print. But I do think that we need some more Candyman, the collectibles stuff. I know some people make prop replica hooks.
I saw the hook. Yeah, the hooks. They have like an official hook. I think from like who made it? It was with the masks. The mask company made a hook.
Trick or Treat Studios.
Yeah, I think it was Trick or Treat Studios.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll look that up then. Because
I have a couple of Candyman Funko Pops, but they're from like the 2021 film. I would like to see some stuff from the older film, like Toonie Terrors. Toonie Terrors are really popular, but I've never seen a Candyman one. That would be cool. You know, do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I did see when I was looking at some stuff on here today, and I would buy it just to have as like a collector's item. But apparently, when Farewell to the Flesh came out, there was a board game made for Candyman Farewell to the Flesh. I've never seen that. I kind of want to look it up later and see if it's out there on. I'm sure it's crazy expensive now, but
hell yeah, it would
got to be out there on eBay.
Yeah, that's a collector's item now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Board games are expensive in general. Like the Thing board game that came out like a few years ago was like $80. I'm like, oh Jesus, nope.
Yeah, it is crazy. I see a few. I go in Barnes and Noble occasionally, and they have some different horror board games in there, and they're so expensive. It blows my mind. Barnes and Noble has books, though, Robbie, so you might not know what Barnes and Noble is.
I've dragged him in there before.
It's not that I can't read, Sean. It's just that
gotcha.
I enjoy TV.
No, I get it, man. I'm just giving you a hard time. I got to. You've been giving me a hard time, so I got to give it back to you. Rob says he got that thing board game. It's for 6 players, and I don't have 5 friends. That's pretty funny, Robbie.
I love it.
Yeah,
It's actually on eBay. It's actually not that. It's not as expensive as I thought it would be.
okay.
It's sitting at like $89.
I mean, that's still a decent amount of money for a board game, but
But
yeah,
if
it would have been a lot worse. Yeah.
if it's from like the late '90s, like that's a pretty good price for a long out of print board game. I would have expected it to be in like the thousands.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a Tony Todd NECA too. I've seen it. I don't know if you mentioned that, but I think there's a NECA.
I didn't know that. Is there? Okay.
No, there is a NECA.
Okay.
Because I think certain stores around here had like they had like it autographed and stuff. I remember that. And his autograph is probably much more money now that he's not with us.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, now that you say that, I can't remember what it's called. It is NECA that they just put out like I don't know 2 years ago. It didn't come in a box,
but it didn't come in like a box, but it came in like one of those like like those figures, but just the plastic and so yeah, it didn't have like a NECA box, but I remember there was a Candyman NECA.
I think that first series had like Candyman, Michael Myers. It had a couple in there, so I think I remember that now. I just haven't seen it anywhere around here. Just some of the few stores that I go to in this area that have that kind of stuff, I never see Candyman stuff. It's kind of disappointing.
I don't think they make their stuff like that anymore because like they didn't. I have a Victor Crowley one too that's like that, and I have a Freddy's Dead one too that's like that, but I don't think they make them like that anymore. So those are like out of print toys. And I've only seen Candyman like at conventions, if that, and he's usually the more pricey one. Same with Pinhead, is really expensive.
Yeah, I can see that. Nanette has a question for us, so we'll see what her question is before we get ready to wrap up and get out of here. But while we're letting her type her question, Brendan, go ahead and take a minute again to talk about your channel and anything you might have coming up.
Oh, thank you so much. So I am Arla. You can find me at Our Life in Horror. We do a lot of movie reviews. A lot of live shows is usually what I kind of tend to lean towards. Lots of physical media stuff. I just had my first watch along party over the weekend for channel members, which was a lot of fun. And I did it for
I was there.
years.
I was there.
Robbie was there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Were you actually watching the movie or?
No, I think we got home and saw you were live, so we just jumped in. Yeah.
I was watching you. I was watching you, dude.
Which was a lot of fun, and I think I'm going to continue with doing that. I think it's something easy and something extra that I can give channel members. So I am going to start pumping out some watch along parties. I think the next one I'm going to do is Legion. I really want to watch. So I think it's going to be that. It'll be foreign, but I mean, it looks like Evil Dead, but like from South Korea or something like that. So it looks like a blast.
Cool. Very nice. Rob said he missed your watch party. I didn't catch mine just yet. Oh, they had to record. Did you love Benny Loves You as much as you should?
Well, you know what? Mikey popped in to the live. But okay, Rob. Yes, I did. You know what? Benny Loves You was such a blast. I had a lot of fun with it. I think I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd.
I have not seen that movie. I need to go check it out. I've started to watch it a time or two and never did. And then I know Slasher Radio just talked about it. And then I saw you were talking about it. And I'm like, I have got to go watch this because I've never seen it. But hopefully I'll get to it pretty soon here.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Here's Nanette's question. So of these 4 characters, which one do y'all like? Nancy Downs, Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, or Pennywise?
Who the hell's Nancy Downs?
I was about to ask the same question. I was hoping the Craft. Okay, thank you. I was like, who is that? Yeah, sorry, I'm not a big fan of the Craft either. We'll see if I can upset some people with that.
No, I like the Craft. I just don't know it. I guess I don't know it that well. We got a photo. We got a photo op with them. It was a pretty cool time.
I like Nev Campbell. Other than that, the Craft's just fine.
No, Faruka Balk's cool. She was awesome. She was very nice.
I'll let everybody answer that. Let me put that back up there so everybody can answer the question. But
Kaylee,
that's a tough question as far as I'm concerned.
No, it's not.
Kaylee, you go first.
I'll say Pennywise because it's like my favorite horror movie, the 2 remakes. So for sure, I'm going to pick Pennywise. But Jason Voorhees is definitely runner-up.
Okay.
Jason's better than all of them. It's not even close. I would say Jason Voorhees by far.
Okay. Brendan?
I'm in the same boat. Jason Voorhees all the way for me.
Okay. Nancy Downs, whatever. I like the other three. I really like Freddy. I really like Pennywise, but Jason would probably be my favorite as well. Going back and doing the Friday the 13th franchise with that horror couple and getting to watch those movies again, I forgot how much. I mean, I knew I liked Jason. I knew I liked Friday the 13th, but I think I forgot how much I love these Friday the 13th movies, just how amazing they are, in my opinion. I don't think I've given one a bad score yet. It's such a fun franchise. Of course, we haven't got to Jason Goes to Hell yet, so I'll give a bad score to that one. But
I think you just enjoy my company, Sean. I think I make the franchise seem better than it really is.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Maybe, yeah. I'm not real sure. Let me get another couple of comments in here real quick. Mikey doesn't pay attention to our show when we're doing it. I thought that was obvious. Yeah, that's funny. Craft is awful. I'm not a teenage goth girl, so it's not for me. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at, Rob. I'm the wrong demographic.
Wait a minute. Rob is not a teenage goth girl? I thought he might have been.
There you go, that horror couple. You may be seeing Jason Voorhees and Pennywise in your comments. That's funny. All right, so that horror couple.
Yo, leave us some comments because I feel like people are shy. They don't want to talk to us. So, yeah, I appreciate any comment. Unless just don't be a dick. And then we'll be good. All right.
Take a minute to promote y'all's channel. Talk about anything that you may have coming up.
We take horror reviews to the next level. I mean, some people are playing checkers. We're playing fucking chess.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go Kaylee. I don't know.
We're excited to go see Backrooms next week, so check out our review for that. That'll be our next newest review that we'll be doing. But we just did reviews for Obsession and Monkey's Magic Merry-Go-Round, so make sure you're subscribing to our channel so you can check that out.
Yo, Rob, if you're gonna be a dick in the comments, just be a big enough dick to sign the comment. Dick. So
definitely go check out Our Life in Horror. Check out that horror couple. You probably noticed that these two are on my channel quite a bit. I keep saying it. I've said it a lot here lately, but I always want to give credit where credit is due. And I mean, if it wasn't for Sam and Brendan in Our Life in Horror, there would not be a Sean's Horror Corner. I mean, they're the ones that inspired me to start doing this in the first place. The first person I ever collaborated with, back when you guys were just doing your podcast, I started talking with you on Twitter, and you had me come on to talk about Bride of Chucky, and from there I started a YouTube channel. So I still remember that. It was so much fun. So definitely check out Our Life in Horror. Definitely check out that horror couple. Subscribe to both. Become members to both. Check out their stores. Do all the things with their stuff, like, comment, share, hype, do everything, because this is two of the best there is out there. So thank you all so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Oh, man.
So much for having
it's a blast like always. It's a blast like always. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you too, Sean, and always for your nice, kind words. And also, you got to thank Kaylee and Robbie, because without them, you wouldn't have a sweet logo.
That's very true.
Yo.
Yeah, and I not have the logo without.
I was involved in making that shit.
I believe you, sir. I really do believe you. I think you said good job, Kaylee, and that's how you were involved.
Dude, you weren't there, so don't. You know, I don't like this assumption of stuff like I don't read and I don't help. I don't like these assumptions you make.
I'm just giving you a hard time, man. Yeah, I do. The logo looks great. I've gotten so many compliments on it, so I really do appreciate both of you for that. That's been great.
No, dude, it looks cool. You deserve a rad logo for your rad channel, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And y'all are all going to be back soon. That horror couple, we're still going through the Friday the 13th franchise. We're going through the Halloween franchise. So y'all will be back with me real soon. Brendan, you're going to be coming on soon for us to talk about Batman v Superman, as we're still going through the DC stuff. And then you and I are going to start tackling Evil Dead and I think Hellraiser, we decided as well, right? So we're going to go through Evil Dead and Hellraiser. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh. Hold on a second. Because like after 3 or 4, it gets kind of brutal, bro.
Yeah, I'm afraid the Hellraiser watch might be tough, but
I got down to Inferno and I was like, damn.
I do got to say though, the countdown clock is on till Evil Dead Burn, man. That movie's coming up real fast.
It is, yeah. When I originally decided to do Evil Dead with you, I was looking and I'm like, oh, we might get these in before it. Now I'm not sure that that's going to happen, but we'll try. We'll get Batman v Superman, and then we'll jump into Evil Dead and see what happens.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, everybody, again for participating, for commenting, entertaining us in the chat and chiming in.
The chat was cool tonight.
Yeah, very much so. Thank you, everybody who subscribed, not just to my channel, but to my friends as well for the new subscription. So thank you all so much. Brendan, Kaylee, Robbie, thank you again. I will be back. Let's see, I have an episode coming out tomorrow on Wrong Turn with Matt from Getting Offed. Sunday night, I am guesting on A&B Horror's channel, so that'll be live. Monday, I have an episode coming out on Send Help. Tuesday, I will be live again with Swift from Horror 365.
Yeah, that should be good. Oh, Cece, right?
And Cece, yeah, from Cece Horror. They're both going to be on with me. And let me see. I got one more comment. I'll look at it real quick. Very cool. I will remember that. Interesting. Yeah, a lot of people talk about Hellraiser, and they talk about the first two being good, and then it goes downhill from there. So we'll see. It'll be fun.
No, it just feels like you're watching Candyman 3 eventually, you know. But I don't know if there's chicks to save at this time.
Got it. Fair enough. All right. Thank you again, everyone. I appreciate you tuning in. I will see you soon.
Thank you.